What's up, everybody? This is Kenny here from Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. And joining me at this time is a hip hop artist out of Nicholasville, Kentucky. He is one half of the Mud Brothers. He's one half of the Fifth Regime, and he's representing that Walk House Asylum. He goes by the name of Rowdy Yates. He's with me
What's
right
up? What's
now.
up?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, ain't nothing much, man. Appreciate it, Kenny.
Thank you so much. So, considering that I've interviewed Grady, one half of the Mud Brothers, and I've already interviewed Drix, one half of the Fifth Regime, it's only a matter of time I get the other member of both groups. So, I truly appreciate it. It was good to, and I seen you perform, I think, 3 times this year. I seen you at the Rap and Rock Lexi Fest show, Cosmic Charlie's. That was with Drix. Then I seen you at the Brown Sugar with Grady.
Right.
And then just a couple of weeks ago, Crypto Wisdom, I seen you and Drix. So you definitely one of the busiest hip hop artists in that Nicholasville / Lexington area. So
Right.
you're doing big things. And we'll get into your projects with those groups and Walk House Asylum in a matter of moments. But before I get into that, I want to start off by asking what got you into being a hip hop artist.
Oh, man, shit, man, it started back when I was a kid, man, just flowing, listening to, KRS, Ice-T, Bam Bada, all those legends, man, coming up like that. So it started off like that, plus all the local cats, around here, all the brothers, we get together, go to, have little parties and whatnot, do freestyles, and, I was not really much on the lyrics. I always like, making beats and doing things like that. So that's what basically got me into it, man. I mean, just the freedom of speech and having that blank canvas to create anything you want. You know what I mean?
That's definitely cool. Not only are you an artist, but you are a producer. And I want to ask you this from a producer's perspective. Has there ever been a time that you use a beat for someone else, and then once you hear that artist use your beat, you be like, "Gosh, I wish I could have used that beat for myself."
Of course, man. I mean, I've used other artists' beats and sounds. I've given some beats out, especially I gave some to Hybrid, and he's really done a good job of taking those beats and making them his own. And Hybrid's he's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? He's up there, man. He was last year's 2014 Hip Hop Artist of the Year in Lex, man. So collabing with that guy and him collabing with all my guys in Rock House plus Drix, that's a big deal. And I sometimes when people use my beats, you know what I'm saying, and they always make them sound good. I'm always proud of what people do with them. And it's a big deal just to collab with people like Hybrid and PK, and I'm planning on working with Idolize in the future as well. So yeah, it's good to hear those beats out there. And sometimes you wish you can keep them for yourself, but I'm a sharing guy. I don't have much of an ego about it. I think it's fun for people to dig what I do and get that good feedback. You know what I'm saying?
Well said, and I guess that comes with the territory when you're a producer.
Yeah.
And some of those beats ain't. It's gonna be used one way or another. So at least those beats are being used instead of being on the sidelines.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a shit ton of them on the sideline. But, it's just I got so many sometimes that it's hard to get around to them, or sometimes you'll catch yourself on a Sunday just reminiscing, going back through them, and then next thing you know, you represent somebody and somebody uses them. So the ones that are on the sideline are usually brought back up from the grave when I'm having downtime and going back through my software.
All right, so on to on to the Fifth Regime. We'll get to that first.
Okay.
You work with Drix. Y'all been on each other's solo projects, and I talked to Drix when I first interviewed him. That was about an hour or two prior to the Rap and Rock concert, and we talked about how that came about. And y'all do tend to perform with each other from time to time. What's it like What's it like not only collaborating with Drake but performing alongside with him?
Well, Drix, I met him at a job I had at Link Belt some time ago. And I've worked with, other local artists around here, but none of them really were as serious about it as I was. And then along comes Drix, and at the time I didn't even have a DAW yet. I didn't have my digital audio workstation yet. I had a phone, and I had beats like that, and I also had hardware like a drum machine and synthesizer, and I would do stuff like that. He come over to the house, man, and he got down, and the rest is, I should say, is history. I mean, we've been together for about 3 years, and working with him, man, he's how you say it? He's meticulous. He's creative. He likes to do his hooks. He's very good at that. We've developed a very good repertoire on stage together. Feeding off each other. We have over 55, 60 songs. We're in the process of releasing probably 2 albums in the next 6 months. We set all those songs on the back on the sideline just so we can work with other artists and create and kind of grow Rock House sounds a little bit. And just working with him and seeing him grow, because when he first started off, he was fresh, he was green, and just seeing him grow and grow and grow, and then work with Hybrid, man, it's satisfying to see him blowing up and doing the things he loves to do.
That's awesome, and I definitely become a fan of you guys, not just as individuals, but as a group as well. Y'all definitely feed off each other for sure. Y'all definitely bring something different, for sure. So, on to the Mud Brothers. Definitely different from, especially different styles, if you will. A little
right.
So, what's it like getting a chance to working with Grady?
Well, working with Grady, I met Grady a couple years ago, the end of 2013, I believe. It was at one of the Hybrid Hustle and Flow shows over there at the sales at Tweeters, or whatever it's called. And I heard him on stage flowing, man. He had this social conscience, kind of a rebel type, street grimy type flow where he's talking about subject matter and the struggle and the everyday hustle and what goes on in the streets and his history. As where he came from, North Carolina, he lived in Atlanta. Now he's up here, and he's taking all those environments and he's putting some of the things that he's seen into his lyrics. And what I'm saying, I kind of feel like that. I got that type flow too, to where I'm a anti-government rebel type cat. And I met him, and then I seen him perform again. I got with him, and I said, "Yo, man, we got to do something together." Because we on the same vibe. And Grady is, when he comes to the studio, man, he is no fucking around. He gets into the studio, and it's one take, one take, one take, one take. I never seen him go over 2 or 3 takes. Where some cats will get in the studio and it'll take them 10, 11, 12 takes, like me. It takes me a while, to get it down the way I want it. But this cat is professional. He comes into the studio, he'll do 4 songs in like an hour and a half, and we'll have it set. You know what I'm saying? That guy he's a smart guy. He's a smart MC, and he takes his work serious. And that's something that he should be proud of, man, because not a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? But we got the To Live Is To Die coming up by the Mud Brothers. I'm mixing it right now. I got one more track to flow on, and I was just checking this out on SoundCloud, and a lot of people are responding to the content of the music. So it's not all metaphoric and like the old metaphoric hip hop style of the East Coast, just rhymes, and there's a metaphor, a hidden story. It's in your face storytelling. And it's right there in your face. You ain't got to figure it out. And we're talking just kind of like a Goody Mob or an Outkast type thing. It's right in your face. You know what I'm saying? The story is there. So that's what I love about that.
Shout out to Grady. He's got his solo record on the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and say the name of Who the Fuck Is Grady? Yes.
Who the fuck is Grady? Yeah, man.
Yes. People.
He got some tracks over here on that. And it's an amazing. It's gonna be an amazing album, man. Just listen to every track I've heard, man. It's been like, yo, my head is banging. Like, yeah, nigga, what the fuck is you doing, man? I mean, where's this coming from? And you know, it's just amazing to hear his see his mind at work, you know. And shit's gonna be butter, man. It's gonna be really butter. I don't know if he's gonna do it like he said, to where he's just gonna call the tracks track 1, track 2, track 3, or is he gonna give them a name? Either way it goes is gonna be cool, because I ain't never seen an artist just call his tracks track 1. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Or track 5. You know what I'm saying? Just not giving a name, but it's dope though. I like his concepts, man.
Most definitely. The first single is called Golden. He performed it at Quick the Wisdom show a few weeks ago. So that I think he already have it posted on his SoundCloud and Reverb Nation pages by now. So everyone, check that out. Now let's get to Walkhouse Asylum. And now you part of duos. This is more like a multi-member of the groups.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Walkhouse Asylum.
Well, Rockhouse Asylum. Met these cats, man, at work. They were trying to get into the studio. Didn't really know them. Didn't know how it was going to mesh out. You know, they come in, and it was right off the bat. It was like we vibed, and you know what I'm saying. We got a style, and my portion of it it's power, violence, wisdom, and money. And we got Sensei the Great, Ed Madison and Biddy. Sensei the Great's from Atlanta. He got a lot of detail. He's also a USMC war vet, Marine Corps, Devil Dog, Hoorah, Simplify, and you know he's I would say he's the mind, he's the heart of the group, man, because he's a hook maker. He can sing. His lyrics are just dope, and he has a style of his own. I ain't seen nobody around here with a style like that. And then you got Eddie Gatz. He's from Detroit, and you know he's been around. He's been from Lexington to Detroit. He lived in both places, man. But he got a lot of street tales, and with a lot of the cats he used to run with up there, X-Fam or X-Clan. No, it's X-Fam up there in Detroit. And he has a style that's all street, grimy. He has a wicked freestyle flow, man. That he's going to be doing some contests here shortly, and we're going to be recording and sending it in. I think it was the Right Reviews that has a freestyle show that they were promoting. He's going to be involved with that. He's really good at it. And then we got Biddy. He's from Lexington, Kentucky. He has his own style as well. When he's on the microphone, his vocal build up, as far as he has his main vocals that he does, and then behind it, he has a style that he uses that's you know, it's all about the hustle and the money and the stories behind, you know, those types of subject matter. And he's really good at it. You know, he's a hustler, so I got to give it to him. But we come together, you know, say we're Rockhouse Asylum. We're also the Yates brothers, which is, you know, saying we got the song the Yates brothers, which is I'm Rowdy Yates, Sensei is Charlie Yates, Ed Madison is Jimmy Yates, and Biddy is Donnie Yates, and then Drix is also Bobby Yates. So we got a bunch of collabs coming up on that on the next Trial by Fire album. Volume 1 was released in February. It's on iTunes, all the major digital distribution stores. And right now we're working on Trial by Fire, which is a totally different album. It's a lot more socially conscious, as to where Volume 1 was a hype album. It was still G, though, a lot of good storytelling in it. It was really G. It was a really G'd out album. High energy album. If you go to Indie Buzz, which is on Facebook, my guy Sam Bugatti, he runs that site. He worked with us for a while, and he's a very talented producer and MC as well. So we got that out there, and we got a lot of good response for it. Right now, it's getting reviewed by the Right Reviews. So that album was dope. I really enjoyed making it, and so we got Trial by Fire coming up. And it's going to be hot, too, man. We're working very, very hard more on the marketing and production and advertising this album a little bit more than what we did the last one. So, you know, we got a lot of things coming up at Rockhouse Sound. So it's going to be really hype in the next 3 to 4 months with all the albums we got coming out with Mud Brothers, Filth Regime, my solo project, and also Rockhouse Asylum.
That's awesome, man. Definitely looking forward to all those projects for sure. So I did an interview with PK recently, and we talked about what's going on in hip hop in general, and I asked him this question, and now I ask you this as well. What do you want to see more of hip hop when we get into 2016?
Well, I want to get away. I would like to see hip hop get away from the ABC 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street rap styles, promoting that. If you think about it, it's not the '60s. We don't. It's not the '60s where it's more socially conscious music back then, either in the rock genre, in the R&B genre with Marvin Gaye and a lot of other great artists like James Brown, and Gap Stones, Beatles. This is a different area. It's a technology era of social media and all that. But there's still, there's still a lot of social issues that are going on, and I don't think that the main powers in hip hop even care about that. It's all about rocking the public to sleep with nays and rims and Patron and just promoting. To me, it's consumer rap. Throwing advertisement for companies, this, that, and the other. I got this. It's not really what I call music, in my opinion. And no disrespect. And if a man got to go out there and make his money, and that's what he has to do, then he has a family, he has to do his thing. But it just shouldn't be a totally one-sided industry when it comes to hip hop, because hip hop has many different genres within itself. So it needs to be. I believe all genres need to be shared on an equal basis. And a good song is a good song. It doesn't matter if it's country rap, rock rap, straight up hood rap. You know what I'm saying? But like NWA or Public Enemy, just socially conscious rap to keep the people aware. And on the radio, you only get really 10 songs, the same 10 songs. They're all talking about the same subject matter, and I guess that's why, in a lot of sense, a lot of these guys are one and done. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get an artist that stays around too long, like a Kanye or a Jay-Z or Dr. Dre or Eminem. Those guys are gone. In my opinion, who's next? That's what I'm saying. It's too watered down from the taste.
I definitely, as a fan, I want to see. I just want to hear more consciousness. I want to hear more substance. That's something that I keep wanting to see and wanting to hear. But the radio stations, they're doing their job, and fans are going to request the same old stuff. You got to do your job.
Right.
That's.
It's not like the old days. To where you could go to a radio. I could go to a radio station with my record or in the 70s or 60s and say, "Hey man, I got this record. Could you play it?" And they would probably play it. Right now, it's all about the money. It's all about what name they can promote, and that's what it's all about. Nobody even listens to the radio anymore. Not anybody that I know. So I know when I'm on the trip and I go somewhere, I'm not listening to the radio like I used to when I was in high school. You listen to the radio, you watch the music videos, you watch MTV, Friday night videos, all this stuff promoting all this good music. And it just doesn't happen like that anymore.
Well, I will say I do listen to the radio from time to time, but that's because I'm at work and it just happened to be there. And I guess with me, I don't even watch the music videos more than I listen to songs more than I watch music videos. Like there'll be some songs I hear repeatedly, but I don't know who the artists are, because when the hip hop station is on at my work, that's not doing Jay Alexander portion, because Jay usually be like, "This is so and so," I don't even know the name of half the artists of these songs. I heard this one song, "Falling on the Rooftop." I'm like, who the heck is that? And then I realized it's Young Dro featuring T.I. I'm like, wow, like that. So it's, I don't know, maybe I still buy the music, but I guess I just haven't paid attention to the music videos or whatever. I listen to songs, but I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like, anymore it's like, they just pick individual artists. There are no groups, because groups are harder to control, in my opinion. You got different opinions, and groups are hard to control. Groups are going to do what they want to do. But you take an individual young cat who's trying to make it, especially they're all young too, and they take these young guys and they throw all this money at them, and they kind of give them a criteria or an agenda. This is what you're going to do. We want you to do this type of music. We want you to do this, blacks killing blacks. You promote that. You promote, you promote drugs. You promote guns. You promote this. You promote all the negative shit. You're not going to get no X-Clan. You ain't going to get no Tribe Called Quest, Eric B. and Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang. You ain't getting that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You getting something that's agenda-driven to keep young people's minds on the bullshit. That's what it is, man. You know, and that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that my kids are 15 and 19. They don't even listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't represent who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of groups, I guess that's another thing I want to see more of, because I guess it's more focused on labels now rather than groups. Yeah. The only group I could think of, I guess as far as big names, is Slaughterhouse. That's it.
Yeah, Slaughterhouse is real dope, boy. Hey, they are real, they clean. I like that shit, though. Slaughterhouse is in there, man. I like that. But that's about the only one I can think of. Bro.
Yeah.
And, I do love Yellow Wolf, man. I think he's the transcendent artist as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last question is for people that wants to learn more from your group projects and your solo projects. Where can people go to listen to your music?
Right now, you can go to SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, all those places, and listen to our music. Reverb Nation. We got a website that should be up in about a month and a half. The website will be up. It's going to be banging. It's going to show everything we got going on. I also got a project that's called Dark Matter. It's called Hip Hop Wars, and it's I got Decipher, PK, Idolize, all these local artists. I can't name all of them that are going to be on it. And it's basically just a Star Wars parody. You know, we're all different Star Wars characters, and it's called Dark Matter, and it's just going to be it's a storytelling. I got storytelling involved in it. You got your dark side and your light side, Jedi side. You know, my name in it is Rowdy T. Kirk, and you got Drake Skywalker, and then you got Grady Wan Kenobi and Sin Solo, and like Eddie Windu. You know, we're just gonna have fun with this album. We're not gonna take it too serious, but we're just gonna have fun with it, and just do something goofy. You know what I'm saying? Just do something goofy, do something fun, and like I said, man, you're an artist. You got a blank canvas. You can do whatever you want to with it, and just sometimes you take yourself serious. We took ourselves serious the last few albums, and we do take ourselves serious. But sometimes I was thinking, just go out there and have fun with one. You know what I'm saying? Get these people involved in it that want to do it, and just go out there and have fun and create with people you normally wouldn't create with. That's important.
Well, Yates, it was great getting a chance to chat with you, man. Thank you so much for your time. Continued success. Okay. Everyone be on the lookout for Rowdy Yates' new records coming soon. Wild House Asylum coming soon. Murr Brothers and Fifth Regime. They all got music on the way in 2016 moving forward. Again, thank you for your time, man.
Hey, thank you, man. And I'd like to give a shout out to, I got to give a shout out to my man Hybrid for hooking up, Hustle and Flow, Divine Karama. He had the brown sugar going on. I know he stopped it, but that was a big deal for us, being able to perform there. And then you got the Lexington Music Awards, which is, since a new thing, since in the second year, that's a big deal. We're not really too interested in it right now, but we're going to make the music to where, where we feel like it's good enough to where we can get involved in that as well. And to all the local artists out there, man, keep driving, keep striving, keep growing, keep slinging rhymes, just keep hustling, and keep trying to do what you love the best way you can, you know what I'm saying? And guys like you, man, we appreciate what you're doing, man, getting these artists on here and getting us heard and giving people a chance to hear what we're about. And that's important, man. What you do is important, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Truly appreciate it. That's going to conclude the interview. You can check out Chilling with Jeff Kenny live on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on TMV Cafe, bringing you entertainment to your ears. Alongside Rowdy Yates, this is Kenny signing off. Y'all take care.
Peace out, bro.
All right.